So today we're doing something a little different. We're not digging into an article or a bunch of data. Instead, we're going to take apart just one single, absolutely stunning image to figure out how a piece of art can give you that feeling of pure, undeniable awe. All right, let's jump in. Okay, here it is. Just, wow. Take a second and just soak this in. What you're looking at is a scene with this incredible scale, this incredible light. You can almost feel the movement, right? Like there's this purpose. Something absolutely immense is happening. And that leads to the big question we're going to try and answer. What in the world are we actually witnessing here?
All right, so to even begin to understand what's happening, we've got to figure out where it's happening. So let's start with the frame, the setting, this impossible place that's holding this whole incredible event. Just look at the edges of the picture for a second. It kind of feels like we're inside some huge rocky cavern and we're looking out, right? The foreground is all dark and solid. It feels like we're on the ground, somewhere almost subterranean. But what it's framing, that is something else entirely. It's this cosmic sky just packed with stars and this, otherworldly light. And that contrast, that tension between the solid rock holding us in and that infinite space out there, that's our very first clue about what makes this image so powerful. Okay, so now let's shift our focus from the where to the who. Let's look at the figures themselves. Because it's not just the space that's huge here, it's the crowd.
Yeah, from this pulled back view, you can really start to get a sense of the sheer number of beings we're talking about. I mean, this isn't a group. It's more like a river, a torrent of figures, all flowing upwards. They just fill the entire frame, stretching from right up here in the front all the way back into that light, to a point you can't even see. It really feels like there are just countless of them.
But here's what's really cool. When you start to look a little closer, you realize they're not just some uniform blob. No, each figure is actually distinct. And did you notice the little halos? Those tiny, individual points of light around so many of them? So this isn't just a faceless crowd. It's a gathering of individuals, and every single one is bringing their own light to the party.
And if we zoom way in, right on a single figure here in the foreground, look at that. You can see the detail in the wings, the posture. It looks like reverence, doesn't it? This one single being, drawn with so much care, it completely grounds this huge, epic scene. It's like a reminder that this massive cosmic event, well, it's also a deeply personal journey for every single soul in this endless line.
So let's recap. We've got this impossible place. It's filled with countless individuals, but where is everybody going? And this question, well, it brings us to how masterfully this image is put together, what artists call composition. Just look at it again for a second. You can feel it, can't you? There's this undeniable pull, like a magnetic force just drawing everything and everyone straight to the center. So what is it? What's creating that powerful sense of direction? Well, the answer is all about a key artistic trick, the focal point. Basically, in any great piece of art, the artist is intentionally leading your eye to the most important spot. Think of it like a visual bullseye. It's the heart of the whole story. And in this picture, the use of that focal point is just absolutely masterful. Look, the curving walls of the cavern, they make a kind of circle frame. The lines of all the people flying up, they form their own circles, getting smaller and smaller. Even the light itself seems to explode out from that one single point. Literally every single element is built to drag your eyes right into the center. There's no escaping it. Okay, so we followed the crowd, we followed the lines the artist gave us, and now we've arrived. It's time to look at the destination of this great pilgrimage. What is at the very heart of all this?
Right there, at the exact focal point of the entire image, where every single line meets.
You find this, a single figure, arms outstretched, just surrounded by this impossibly brilliant light. And here's the most important part. This figure isn't just in the light, it is the light. This figure is the sun for this entire solar system. It's the destination for every single traveler. All that awe, all that wonder, it all radiates from this one single point. Okay, let's pull back one last time. Let's put all these pieces together and really talk about the final, overwhelming feeling this piece of art leaves you with.
So what we're really looking at here is this perfect marriage of story and technique. You've got the scale, which makes it feel just
epic. You've got the composition, which gives it all a direction and a purpose. And then you have that central figure, which gives the whole thing a heart. It's a picture of convergence, really. Countless individuals all moving together as one towards this source of brilliant, transcendent light.
And so, we're left with this. An image that doesn't just show you something, it makes you feel something deep inside. And it leaves us with one last question to think about. What does it really mean to experience true awe? Maybe it's a moment just like this one, when scale and light and purpose all come together to show us something that is just so much bigger than ourselves.